My miskasowin journey. Miskasowin journey taught me many things. It first brought awareness that I'm a settler Canadian with British heritage. What does that mean to me? My family has been here for many generations and have benefited from the land since they settled here. Besides knowing my British heritage, I have very little cultural connections as my family doesn't participate in any cultural activities. My miskasowin journey made me rethink who I am as a Canadian. I have found myself questioning common Eurocentric practices and trying to figure out how these practices define me. As someone who isn't extremely vulnerable, I began to realize the importance of not only listening to others, but also sharing my story. Through countless sharing circles and learning opportunities from Elma, I found myself comparing my thoughts to others, leading me to challenge my own thought processes. I had moments of, wow, I know nothing, and I thought I was a good ally, but maybe I'm mistaken about what that truly means. Prior to beginning my treaty walk, I didn't understand what being a treaty partner meant. And to be honest, the more I learn about the history of colonization and treaties and where we are now, the more I wonder what the answer to that question is. Which makes me then think, why is it that I must know the answer? Is that just another Eurocentric way of thinking? Western ways of thinking influence us to look for answers that are black and white. However, I wonder if being a treaty partner can easily be defined in simple black and white terms. When I think of what it means to be a treaty partner, I think of the land that I am fortunate enough to live on. For me, being outdoors is something I really value. Whether it's planting my very small but mighty garden or hiking in the mountains, I feel the most content when I am in nature. When I think about my role as a settler Canadian surrounding truth and reconciliation, I think about hiking those mountains. Hiking is difficult. It is physically and mentally exhausting. Hiking requires determination and trust, and it helps when there is someone there to hike with you. One thing I'm learning is that truth and reconciliation is hard and uncomfortable. It involves everyone trying to get to the top of the mountain by taking different trails to get there. There will be scrapes and bruises along the way, and it will involve partnerships among various cultures and educating people accurately on their journey. I found myself numerous times over the semester in that messy, uncomfortable area. I have lived in Regina my whole life and was blown away by parts of its past. How is it that the school down the street was named after one of the designers of residential schools? Why is it that very few people living here know about the Regina Indian Industrial School? I frequently wondered how reconciliation can begin to happen without these truths being recognized. No one would hike a mountain without knowing the distance to the top, the difficulty of the trail, and checking the forecast prior to leaving. Sharing the truth around treaties is similar. Before we can begin reconciliation, we need to make sure the truth about Canada's history is shared and acknowledged. As a white settler on this land, it is crucial I am sharing the truth about treaties and how the past has led us here. It is crucial that we do this in a way where no one culture is harmed, but everyone benefits. By sharing this information, more and more people will become more aware of how our past got us here. When hiking my mountain, I will meet people on the trail who will share their stories of conquering the mountain and explain how they got there. As a settler, it is important that I listen to these stories and learn from other hikers' mistakes. Reconciliation is working together as a team to make sure everyone reaches the top. It is ensuring everyone's needs are met, no matter what they are. To get to the summit, we need to actively participate in partnerships that are mutually beneficial. As we move higher and higher up the mountain, reconciliation can begin to feel uncomfortable for some people. As a treaty partner and an ally for Indigenous peoples, it is at these parts in the journey that I need to keep hiking and bring other hikers along with me.